What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave and this is Hudson Motor Visuals. Today we're in the garage and I actually came back from GetLowed Cycles and I actually did my 10K service, and also I put something on that it really needed from the beginning. Honestly, I really think that I should have put these on before I even did my bars or even the cam. And before we get into that, um, here's a little bit of a video I did when I was at GetLowed. They were a little busy, but I tried to take some video there. I didn't want to just stick a camera in people's faces, so uh, they have a nice little storefront, and the dyno they were running. Mike was doing some dyno work, and the other guys were working on a bike. So before I show you what I did, take a look. So this is the storefront for GetLowed. Got a couple things in here. Nice. Got some helmets up here. Some gloves. They sell everything. Mostly everything is online, but you can get it here too. So if you ever guys get a chance and you live in the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, please check out GetLowed Cycles. They always take care of me. They're always um, answer my questions in a timely manner. They always help me decide what I need for the bike, what I want, what's budget options, what's the expensive options. So they always really take the time and really go over what your needs are. You could always email them. You could always message them on their website. They sell a lot of things. They have an internet store, and they have, a lot of thrash and supply stuff, which I love. Thrash and supply. They deal with Legends, Ohlins, everything that for a Harley. So if you get a chance, check them out. You won't go wrong. You might spend a lot of money on it too. Fair warning. Hide your credit card before you even look at the website so you don't get yourself into trouble. But anyway, today I just came back. I did about round trip. It was about 80 miles away, so it's not too bad. But I finally did it, and I'm happy with it, and I'm loving it so far. It's more of a first impressions than actual real review. Were these Ohlins 772 Blackline edition shocks. Now, these shocks aren't the top of the line shocks. They do have adjustability in first ride height. These are 13-inch. The first thing I asked them was, will the ride height change on these? Because I'm a little short. I could flat foot the bike now. Am I going to be on my tippy toes or anything like that? No. You could adjust these 10 millimeters up and down. So, from 13, you can go down a little lower or go all the way up to 13. So that's what's nice about it. Then we have preload right up here. Before I left, obviously Mike and them set me up on the bike, and they made me sit on the bike. They adjusted the sag for me and made sure it was correct for my weight. Simple, made me sit on it, get up, sit on it. And he just measured, and it has to be, I don't know the numbers, but had to be in between something. I'll get you those numbers, or I'll leave it down below. And also you could use this bottom crank here for ride adjustability. So from the factory, Ohlins suggests you start with 20 clicks on each side, on each shock. So that's right in the middle. It might be good for you. It might be too stiff for you. It might be too soft for you. So that's where you want to start. That's a good middle ground. So I actually traveled down to GetLowed with these original shocks, and they only have preload on one side. Preload on one side. Come on, Harley. This is what I get for $27,000? Really? And then this side doesn't even have anything. It's just a shock. Look how thin this shock is compared to this. Look at it. Just look. Look how thin this shock is compared to this one. I don't know, Harley, what you're doing. But anyway, rode down to GetLowed with these shocks on. I've been running these for a year and a half, and I was collecting my thoughts and what I had to say about these shocks. Trash. Plain and simple. No other way to put it. Trash. And I tried to give it a fair shot, but certain bums, I bottom out. You crank this for preload, it doesn't do anything. Yes, you could put it to make it stiff. I had it all the way up, cranked up all the way up, because I ride a little aggressive. I don't know what it did. It didn't feel a difference. I didn't feel like I gained something out of it. It just didn't do anything. When I was asking Mike, what should I run? And I told him I didn't want to break the bank. I didn't want to get the full-on racing or full-on performance shocks. I just want to keep it clean, keep it simple, something I could adjust, something, I can do myself, and nothing crazy. And I could say to you guys, like the kids say, no cap. That means no lie. These are the truth. And these aren't even the performance ones. These are miles better than these trash shocks. I mean, I think the shocks on my sport bike are a lot better than these. Harley, step your game up, because you know what? I know you did that beautiful new engine, but as a tourer, as you claim yourself to be king of the tours, how can you give us this if you're king of the tours? I mean, Indy puts Fox shocks on theirs, and they came from the dirt car world, and those suspensions are a lot better than this. A lot better than this. But anyway, my first impressions when I actually sat on and rode the first time, there was train tracks by there. I hit the train tracks a couple times, at least 3-4 times, to see, I did the same thing with these shocks, and I didn't even feel it. I didn't even move. I felt like I was just on a cloud right off the bat. And, in the stock setting, the 20 clicks they say, going down the highway, like you're on a cloud. Like you're just floating along the road. And that's it. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, that setting is a little too bouncy for me. I like to keep these a little stiff. I do get a little crazy in the twisties and on twisty sections, on turning and all that. I get a little aggressive with this bike, even though it's not built for it. But yeah, these probably were the first upgrade I should have done before my bars, before the cam, even before the stage 1 I did at Harley. Sorry. And really, you know, if you are buying these tours, and you know, I really don't understand why they don't put better shocks on it, but hey, I guess it's their loss. So I went with the Ohlins, and like I said, these aren't even top of the line, and these are far better, far better than the stock shocks. Now, I can't say anything about Legends. I never ran Legends on my bike. These were first thing I thought of was the Ohlins. I mean, you know, to tell you the truth, when I first started this YouTube thing, I did look up Traveling Tall, and he went to the factory, and I always said to myself, I need to put a set of Ohlins on there, even though, you know, I didn't know him at the time, but actually talking to him and asking him, you know, running his Ohlins, the ones, I think he has the same ones. I don't think he has the performance ones, or he had these and then upgraded the performance ones. I'm not sure. Now, this is just a first impression. I didn't want to get too excited about it. And I really wanted to actually give it a fair shake. So actually tomorrow I'll be going to take a ride with the fellas in Pennsylvania, and you know, we'll assess it there. You know, there's some twisty roads that we'll be hitting some highways, so you know, we will really give these a fair shake, and then I'll report back to you after I do a couple 100 to 200, 300, 400 miles on these, and I'll really let you know, and then we'll do a full-on review of it. But for now, first impression, can't go wrong. You really can't. Really can't go wrong with these, and I can't say enough that this should be your first upgrade. Well, anyway, guys, let me know down below what shocks are you running. Also, like I said, go check out GetLowed Cycles. Those guys are pretty awesome down there. They'll help you with all your Harley needs, and they're starting to do Indians down there. I saw the tab the other day. They had Indian, like, oh, stuff for your Indian. Hey, you never know. So anyway, I hope you guys liked some of the video I did down at GetLowed. Maybe one day I'll do a full-on video with them. I have to ask them. But for right now, I'm loving these shocks. I'm loving the handlebars he did. And that cam, that Set 475 cam, I've had no issues with the engine. I've had no issues with anything on the bike, because they took care of me. So that's just my first impressions of the bike. Like I said, I only did a couple miles on it, about 80 miles on it, and so far I'm loving it. But it was just the first impressions of the Ohlins 772 Blackline shock, and you know, it felt great. And further down the road, I'm going to do a full-on review, show you how you can adjust the preload and the ride quality, and even adjust the height of it. So stay tuned for that one, and also I'll give you a good full-on review of how they really feel on the road, in the twisties, on the highway, and all that fun stuff. So if you like today's video, guys, please hit that like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And also, if you do subscribe, please hit that bell notifications all. Every time I upload something, the good old YouTube will let you know what I uploaded. And you never know, it might be something you like. So have a great day, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Later. Finally, I upgraded them.